we set out in 2020 to be a company that's really focused on helping pharmaceutical companies and research sponsors make sure they have adequate representation in their clinical trials.
And what we know are pharmaceutical companies are not people companies. And so they're not used to having to work and engage in communities. They're not used to having to work and engage with real people. And to them, what matters is that number at the door. How many patients do I have? And so they really trust us to do that work with them.
We do this by accessing and engaging communities of color so they can be educated and empowered to make greater health decisions. We have to have a brand, we have to have a movement that is authentic to the people, and that's what we created Now Included.
Now Included is the name of our platform. We believe that now is the time for people to be included, and now is the time for people to make better informed healthcare decisions. And for a long time, you could argue that Black people were excluded. I mean, that's why we have these drugs that are not as effective for minority populations. And so these people are engaging through conversations, through access to trusted health information on the platform. They like coming to our events.
What it was able to do for us is to build trust with communities, and we found that we were generating a significant amount of data. And so it was that trust in that data back in 2021 that we started feeding through predictive analytics and algorithms to help us make determinations out of all the people that we engage with, who's most likely to raise their hand and say, yeah, I'm willing to be part of clinical research.
And through that connected feeling, similar to what you were saying, people feel like, okay, I trust these individuals and I really trust what they're telling me. And so if they're telling me to consider a clinical trial, I'm going to consider a clinical trial.
We had one of our major pharmaceutical companies come and say, you know, we actually don't test a lot of our drugs on pregnant women. And that's a problem for us because if you're pregnant and you still are suffering from indications or diseases, you still have to take medication. And there's kind of like this caveat, we can't tell you exactly what the implication is going to be. Fast forward several months, we engaged with 180,000 people through our platform. And specifically, we were able to talk to 18,000 current or recently pregnant women to ask them, would you be willing to be part of clinical research being pregnant? And the insights that we got from that, we handed to the sponsor, and the sponsor said, how did you get this information? Like, this is so rich. We have the trust with the community, so when we ask them things, they give us information. And around the time that I met Anurag, and he says, Dale, I don't know of any other company that has the trust of the Black community around health like Acclinate and what you're building with your Now Included community. What if we took some of this technology that we built with Quilt and have it to where in real time, we can understand the current conversations, the current thoughts, the current journeys of the Black community when it comes to dealing with their health. And so we have been co-developing this product for several months now that we call HealthSense. This is true health equity through research, and so glad to be partnered with Quilt on this opportunity and to get this product to market.